Skyrim has been rated M by the ESRB for blood and gore, intense violence, language, sexual themes, and use of alcohol. It has been approved for all players aged 17 and over. Vittoria Vici's house. This is the player home that you can buy if you get a chance to talk to the right people. Here's the Bard's College. Like I said before, I will not be joining the Bard's College. Now, you guys know from other games that one of my policies is loot everything you can. So it shouldn't be a surprise to know that I'm going to be picking every single potion ingredient I can find in nature. Potions are good things. I'm going to be relying on them for, various things. Eriker's house, okay. And this, of course, is the Dragonborn Museum. That is a monarch butterfly, the wings of which are one of the primary ingredients of healing potions. Now this was all added by a mod, and it was a very well thought of mod too, so very popular. So I decided to give it a try. The mod in question being something called the Legacy of the Dragonborn. Now I have also been warned that the opening of this particular mod, the opening scene inside the museum, can be a little long and wordy. A lot of exposition drop. So we'll see how it goes.
I'm sorry, can I help you? The museum is currently closed until further notice.
Okay, I saw this flyer about you needing treasure hunters.
Oh yes, my advertisement. I am looking still, but I do hope you are better than the others I have hired as of late. I have a list of items that I would very much like to have for the museum.
Fetch
If
quest.
you recover them, I'll pay you handsomely for them. If you manage to bring them all back here, we could even discuss some other plans I have in mind.
I'll get right on that.
Excellent. Well, first and foremost, I'd like to get my hands on one of the 6th House bell hammers of the House of Dagoth. They have become increasingly rare. One apparently was stolen recently by some bandits, apparently held up in Broken Helm Hollow.
Another item was stolen from a local collector by the Silent Moon bandits. The item is known as Denstagma's Ring. It's likely still in the hideout west of Whiterun, if they haven't fenced it yet, that is. And lastly, a small shipment of Archiviri relics is on its way across Skyrim, bound for Markarth. Amongst the items were some jade carvings. The caravan, however, was attacked by Forsworn, and it's likely they may be in possession of some of the relics. Find what you can, and I'll pay you well for it.
Okay. Welcome to the Dragonborn Gallery. The museum currently contains 0 displays featuring relics from all across Tamriel. A rich history unfolds within these halls. Enjoy your time at the museum. Please don't handle the displays. Museum's currently closed pending acquisition of displays prior to its opening. Thanks for your patience. See curator Arian Morellis for more information. Okie doke. And of course, up here is the Blue Palace, which is the where the king lived before he was murdered, and where Jarl Elisef, the king's widow, now resides in court. So that's the City of Solitude. It's pretty cool. I like it. Like I said, I never really spent a lot of time here. Playing the game before, so you know, it'll be interesting doing.
I'm bored. Let's play a game.
You're running laps.
I'm hungry. Can we get some food instead?
It's your time.
Father says I shouldn't play with you anymore.
What about those who depend on you so much?
All right, and the kids go back to running their laps. Gather those ingredients, guys. Gather those ingredients.
Arms and armor, forged by a master craftsman.
Okay, and this is what they call it, Fortress Dower. Open the Fletcher. Okay, this is ooh, yeah, I know. This will be archery supplies, bows, arrows, things like that. Well, I don't use a bow, I do use a crossbow. Maybe they'll have something for me. That's a huge skull.
Hello and welcome, my friend. How may I help you on this fine day?
I need some arrows that can take down a dragon. Not yet. What do you got for sale?
Bows and arrows for the mighty huntsman.
Okay, Dwarven bolts. Hey, there we go. Does he have any other bolts? He has steel bolt. 50 steel bolts. 50 steel bolts. They are 3 per, so that means 150 for the lot. I think I'll take them. Thank you. And Dwarven bolts. How many? 30? 14 per? No, 9 per, so that's close to 300. Yeah, I'll take those 2.
Perhaps I'll be seeing more of you.
Perhaps. Okay, and here's the forge. This is the fort, right? Open up the Solitude Blacksmith. Oh, the fort's in there.
Weapons forgiven and armor forgotten.
There's
Seems
Barrent.
there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. But what can I help you with?
What do you have for sale?
Looking to protect yourself?
Well,
or
not
deal some
really. I've got
damage?
pretty good armor already. Came with the character's origin. Okay.
Return anytime you need arms or armor.
Right.
My forge never rests.
His forge never rests.
I've got a little work if you're interested, traveler.
Not interested. I'm not going to be a pirate. They haven't even cleaned up his body yet. What's over here? I'm just curious. Oh, it's up to the tower, I guess. Alright, that's cool. Another guard tower. This is the fast travel excuse, it being a wagon for hire. And this is where one goes to rent a horse, I'm guessing, or buy a horse.
Is this about the stables? My husband Gaiman handles the business.
Okay.
You got business at the stables?
I'd like to buy a wild horse. How long can I buy a horse?
That's what I'm here for. What are you offering?
I don't have 1,000 gold.
Walking never hurt nobody. If you change your mind, I'll be here.
Right.
If you're heading up to Solitude, you should stop to check out the view on your way. It's a good one.
Yeah, I'd say, I mean, look at this. This is a fantastic view. Look at that. That's great. That's amazing. And the building on the end up there, by the way, is the Blue Palace. So if we get in there, and we will be getting in there, you know, it's a great place to have a view. So let's check on quest. Okay. Aaron Morales in Solitude has asked me to retrieve 3 relics for him in order to prove myself worthy of helping his museum. I need to find the 6th House Bellhammer in Broken Helm Hollow, Dense Segmer's Ring in the Silent Moon's Camp, and the Jade Warrior 2 somewhere in the Reach. Okay. Is this the direction that the indicators... Am I... Yes, okay. Where's the 3rd? There's only two. One, two indicators right there. Okay. So it's in this general direction. Here's one. It's near Whiterun. Adventurer's Chest. I have no idea. I have no idea where the second one is, but looks to me like we should probably go to Whiterun and then go to the Silent Moons camp. So let's, since we're walking, let's make it easy on ourselves and hop that wagon.
Need something?
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
Whiterun.
Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way?
Straight to Whiterun.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Okay.
Never been to Whiterun before? The Jarl's Palace is something to see. Dragon Search, they call it. Big old dragon skull hanging on the wall.